Hey, what's up guys? Brian and Jim here again with Get Out Fishing, and we've got the opportunity today to fish a new pond. Our friend Nathan called us last week and we're at his house, and he basically told us to come out here and fish the pond as much as we wanted. May even have an opportunity later down the road to kind of help manage this pond a little bit, which is kind of exciting. But we came out here twice over the last couple days just trying to learn the pond, and we wanted to share with you some tips on how we go about breaking down a new pond like this to maybe help you catch some better fish next time you get out fishing. We've got some different views for you today, a little bit of drone footage. We got a drone, put a link to it down in the description if you want to take a look at it, and not too bad on the footage. It's not a real expensive drone, but gave us a pretty good look at things until I ran it in that tree right over there across the pond. I'll include that as well, why not? We're gonna give you a look around a little bit and then come back and talk about it. We'll be back in a second. Alright, so the first thing we want to know about a pond when we start fishing a new piece of water like this is we want to know the depth of the pond. And so typically what you'll see us do when we get to a new piece of water or a new pond like this is we'll get something like a drop shot or a Carolina rig, and something heavy with an egg sinker on it, and we'll throw that out there and we'll start dragging it in. And we start gauging the depth. Now what you can do, it's not real scientific, but if you'll take an egg sinker and throw it out there and just kind of count the seconds until it hits the bottom, usually 1 second is about a foot roughly, and you can kind of guess how deep the water is at in each section of the pond. So Jim and I will normally split up. We'll go around the pond and we're trying to figure out depth. That's the first thing we do when we're trying to fish a new piece of water. Tip number 2, and it kind of happens as a result of the first thing we do when we're fishing with that drop shot and we're fishing with a Carolina rig or that weight, we're also learning the bottom. We're learning the structure of the pond. We're learning about cover that's in the pond. Jim literally just caught some cover behind me here. He's fishing behind the camera. You got to see this here. Here, Jim. Here's some of the... Sorry, that just happened on camera there, so it's kind of funny, but Jim figured out some cover in the pond here, and that's what we're doing when we're fishing at the bottom of when we're fishing with those weights, trying to figure out the structure of the pond. Any differences in the bottom contours of the pond, maybe there's a ledge, maybe there's gravel, rocks, stumps, anything like that. That's what we're searching for when we're fishing with a bottom bait like that. And then here in just a second, we'll give you tip number 3, and Jim's going to talk about unique features that you see in a pond. What? Yeah? Nice. Deal, man. A little bitty one. A little dink, but come on, hold on, hold up one more time. All right. Another thing I want to tell you about fishing a new pond is don't get frustrated when you don't catch fish. Jim just said a second ago, he said it only takes one fish to change everything, and that was the one.
And tip number 3, something I like to do is look for different areas of the pond that might have a little bit of current, typically like spillways, you know, the little drainage holes where when the water gets up in the pond it'll keep it down. A lot of times fish will congregate around that. It draws bait fish, and I have gotten schools fired up near those places, so it's definitely a good place to try. You might try a lipless crankbait, square bill, spinnerbait, those types of things. Great spot to try along the steep walls and things. As the contours change from the dam, so to speak, on the sides, you'll catch a lot of fish right there as well.
And again, this is what we do when we're fishing a new pond. Tie on 4 different types of baits and we move a lot until we find out where the fish are at. We think they're on this side of the pond because the sun has been over there all day long, shining on this bank, and probably warmed up the water a little more, so we're going to give it a shot right here. Oh, I thought I had one. Just what they want. I done cast it over there 3 times. Didn't get nothing. Oh man. My man's wearing me out today. 2-0. Good looking little fish. Oh, he is slaying them, man. Killing them today. That's number 3 so far. He's figured it out a little bit here.
Not very big, but still fun to catch.
Yeah, they are fun to catch. That's what it's about, getting out fishing, ain't it?
That's right.
It's always exciting to get an opportunity to fish a new piece of water, and I hope you guys learned something from our video today. Obviously there's other ways you can go about breaking down a new piece of water, and if you have ways that you go about that, go ahead and put those in our comments below and let us know what you do when you fish a new pond. If you're tuning in for the first time, thanks for checking out Get Out Fishing, and I hope you hit the subscribe button, and if you've enjoyed our video, hit the like button, and we'll catch you guys next time.